Moving is a hallmark of the tumultuous coming-of-age experience, and at the ripe age of 22, mine has come. Here's the roadmap. Originally 5 days for fun, but cut down to 3 for our sanity. Escape LA traffic and crash at my longtime friend's place in San Francisco. Head up north a few hours away and stay at an inn by the sea, and see the sunrise on the beach, and then drive all the way to Seattle. I'm lucky that I'm not moving into a house of random strangers. My partner, Kai, is coming along.
And chips.
The only way to do it.
We're fresh postgrads getting ready to settle in Seattle, and it's our first time living together. Hopefully, 18 hours on the road won't tear us apart.
LA traffic's so yummy.
I've actually moved out of my parents' place twice now. The first time was to my freshman dorm, but I went back home shortly after, and once again my last semester of uni, but that was only for a short internship. But this move has no set end date. I've always meant to move sooner. I grew up in a Midwestern town that couldn't compare to the hustle and bustle I saw in LA and NYC vlogs during the 2010s, and most people I meet can't even place Missouri on a map. So as soon as college hit, leaving my state was my #1 priority. Well, until I wound up at college in my hometown and COVID sent me back anyways. With the new year looming, new work opportunities, new friends to make, new hobbies to pick up, it feels like there's this new life and new me waiting beyond the clouds of each horizon we drive towards.
It's like an impressionist meeting. Where all the rich people are. They've been hiding under a cloud. They hide behind the cloud. They hide behind clouds. Hidden. Elusive wine country. Reese's season.
Dude, so teriyaki one shot at Six again with a critical hit.
The biggest song.
So I had to sacrifice Hushchild the Whisper, but honestly that was a mastermind solution no one else tried. Realize how much Hushchild.
In retrospect, I remember that day was actually pretty bad. I'd spent most of it working on a video. A creator I had admired for a long time was looking for an editor, and I had made it to the editing test, which just so happened to be during the days that I was moving and on the road. When I was younger, I remember that road trips were almost always weekend getaways during breaks or maybe like a band competition or two. Road trips have almost always been this like contained instance in my life that I get to focus on this one thing, this one trip, this one competition, this one task, or this one mini arc in hand. And I'd hoped that it would be just driving and getting to my next place. But now, as a postgrad adult, the luxury of the car being this magical bubble has been popped open, and I had a deadline to meet. But editing a video on the road was nearly impossible for me, and most of that time bled into when I stayed with my friend. Believe me, I tried opening Final Cut Pro on the road, but in fact, transportation, unless I'm the one driving, is the one way to put me to sleep. So I put my head on the window and I'm immediately gone. Which is how I've gotten very accustomed to being a passenger princess on most road trips, although nowadays I do a little bit more driving. When I stayed with my friends, I woke up at the crack of dawn to camp at a store and work, and I didn't see my friend or Kai until later that afternoon, right before we left. I still turned in the project an hour late, half done, and at the expense of enjoying the rest of my time with her. I felt so guilty on both fronts, on not being able to perform for this job that was in hand, but also not being able to treasure one of my childhood friends the way that I wish I could have. I felt so guilty. I remember I broke down as soon as we got in the car and on the road again. And now that we're a few months out, I was actually inspired to revisit this time because that creator had actually posted a cut of the video that I was editing. She actually posted it a few months ago, but I haven't been able to open it. I feel like clicking on that video would just like bring me back and open some wounds that I don't want to tackle. But I think now that, well, there's a few more videos that have been posted and I've been watching them, I want to look at her work and feel inspired again, inspired to actually try out more editing tricks, to actually delve into editing. I realized after that test that it definitely was a job I wasn't prepared for. I wasn't ready to be a content creator's editor consistently on a program that I said I would be down to learn Final Cut Pro, but I was not ready to learn Final Cut Pro in the 1 week that I had for the test. I remember emailing them afterwards saying that I was really thankful for the opportunity and that I hope that in the future, if we ever met again, that I would be a stronger editor. And honestly, I think I've been putting that off for the past few months that it's taken to settle down. In the past few months that it's taken me to, I suppose, get over my ego and get over that moment in my time, I do want to pick this up again. And if I am so lucky to meet this creator who's inspired me so much in the future, I hope that this journey reflects that although it was slow, I am taking steps to become a better editor and the better creative that I do want to be. And more importantly, for the friend, the next time I do see them, I get to come to them as a better friend who is creating more distance or more of a hard divide between my personal life and my personal work, and that we get to spend a really good time together. Back to the road.
Now your feet are dirty and you put them back in your clean shoes.
What's your rock? Go. Dink him. Go. Hey! You're not gonna start a fire in my hand, are you?
You're kind of side.
Mushroom. Badger. Oh, what is he? Oh my god. Whoa, wait, put your hand back. That's massive. Oh my god. Oh, hey, fruit snack. Thanks, yo. No littering.
I picked it up.
need friends too.